Good morning.
Good morning. How was your night?
It was great, thanks. See you in class.
See you.
Now that we've captured the energy of boiling steam, we must find our second anchor, the lower fixed point, commonly known as the ice point. For this, we use a much simpler but equally vital setup. We use a large glass funnel held securely by a retort stand. Inside this funnel, we pack pure crushed ice, not large cubes, but finely crushed pieces, to ensure the thermometer is in constant or uniform contact with the cold surface. We take our thermometer. At this moment, the red liquid is sitting at room temperature, somewhere near the middle of the stem, and we gently plunge the bulb deep into the center of that crushed ice. Watch closely. Almost immediately, the liquid thread begins to retreat. It slides down the narrow capillary tube, moving lower and lower as the molecules lose energy and contract. As the ice begins to melt, the temperature stabilizes at exactly the point where solid turns to liquid. We wait for the movement to stop completely. Once that red thread is perfectly stationary, for at least 2 minutes, we take a sharp tool and carefully scratch a mark on the glass at that exact level. This is our 0-degree anchor. That is for the Celsius scale. The Fahrenheit scale labels this anchor as 32 Fahrenheit. But pay attention to this crucial precaution. The ice must be melting and the funnel must allow the meltwater to drain away into a beaker below. If the bulb sits in a pool of stagnant water, the temperature might not be a pure 0 degrees Celsius due to trapped air or impurities. We need the constant temperature of pure melting ice. Look at our thermometer now. It is no longer just a glass tube. It has two permanent markers, our lower fixed point at the bottom and our upper fixed point at the top. These are our anchors. They represent the boundaries of the fundamental interval. No matter what the weather is outside, these two marks will always represent the freezing and boiling points of pure water. So, how do we finish the job? For the Celsius scale, we define the distance between these two marks as 100 equal parts. We use a high-precision dividing engine to etch 99 small lines between our anchors. Each space represents exactly 1 degree Celsius. However, calibration isn't just about drawing lines. It's about linearity. We assume that the liquid expands at a constant, steady rate. This means if the liquid is halfway between our marks, the temperature is exactly 50 degrees. If it's 1/10 of the way up, it's 10 degrees. By using these two fixed points as a reference, we can now measure any temperature with total confidence. Our next focus will be how to convert temperature readings on one thermometric scale. For example, the Celsius to any other thermometric scale.
Udimking Education Foundation. Building confidence, ending examination malpractice for a better tomorrow.
We are building a better tomorrow.
Join us in shaping futures through integrity and education.